Hi, I'm Carrie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a VR to Dawn Michelle at Boho Tarot and her tag, hashtag It Takes a Village 2022, and I believe it's My Tarot Village, I think is what else it was called. See how prepared I am. So anyway, yes, I'm going to go ahead and jump on this tag and show you the decks that I picked. So the first category is the guide, and for that I picked the Light Seers Tarot. And the guide is your personal deck, your go-to deck for any reason at any time, and that's this deck. If I don't want to stand and think what kind of deck I need for whatever reason, I just want a really quick reading for something, this is the deck that I grab for myself. It's a solid reader. It has never confused me in any of the readings. Matter of fact, I tend to pull this one quite often when I do my year ahead spreads, and I use this and I'll pick different oracles to go with it. But yeah, it's I can use this for any reading type thing at any point in time of the year. So this is my guide in my village. So the second category in my village is the caregiver, and I picked the Tarot Mucha. And I often pair this deck with my Mother Mary Oracle. And I just get very nurturing readings from this deck. And this is the deck that I go to when I need support, when I need guidance in for my end of a relationship. Sometimes I'll pull, and I know the relationship is a different category, but I use this to see my end of it. And it's just very nurturing. It tells me gently, no matter what the cards are, what I need to hear in whatever situation. And it is a real favorite of mine. No matter how many decks I get in, I am always wanting to pull this one when I need that loving energy. And I was sad to see several people declutter this deck when I watch different decluttering videos. This one always seems to be on the chopping block, and I think it's lovely. So, you know, to each his own kind of thing. But yes, this is my caregiver of my village. So the next category that Dawn Michelle had was the Muse, the deck you turn to when you need inspiration. Because I think she said she uses hers for, you know, her creative endeavors. But I'm going to change this category into the Weaver. And for that, I am using my Green Witch Tarot. And what is the Weaver? The Weaver is the connector, the bridge to all things. When I use this deck, I feel like I am being connected to everything, every strand of energy around me. This deck connects me to nature. This deck connects me to my magic. This deck connects me to my inner power. This deck is really powerful for me, and I love it so much. It might be backwards because it's in a bag, so I'll hold it. But yes, this is the deck that connects me to all of that, especially, like I said, my inner power and the magic of everything that's around me, and how all the strands are interconnected with each other, and one thing flows into the next, and so on. That is what this deck does for me. And I really got that bond right away from this deck. And I've only had this deck maybe 2 years. Yeah, maybe 2 years. And that's the place it took immediately. So, yeah, that's why I'm calling it the Weaver. And that's the Green Witch Tarot. So the next category is your counselor. And that is the deck that assists you with your relationship or family issues that you use for those readings. And I picked the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This deck just speaks relationship deck to me. The characters in this deck have a lot to say. You can get a lot from the images, way more than beyond the actual meanings of the cards. And I think this is the perfect deck to go to when I'm needing, support in relationships, or guidance in how to navigate some relationships, dealing with any family issues. This is the perfect deck for me. I think Dawn Michelle uses the Anna Kay, and I had thought about that one. But honestly, this is the one that I really turn to when I'm needing that insight into what is going on in my relationships. And like I said, I think there's so many things going on in each of the cards, and the characters on the cards, that it can really help you navigate those type of questions and get more from the card than just, what your standard meaning is. And it can really let your intuition take over and give you a whole new insight into what your relationships could be, or what is going on within those. So yes, this is my favorite one to use as the counselor. So your next category in your tarot village is the Priestess or the Mystic. The deck that you turn to for your spiritual work, to tap into that type of energy. And pulling the deck away before I tell you what it is, and that is the Dream Visions Tarot, and this is my first edition. This is it. This is the go-to. I've shown this on the channel, I don't know, 77 times now. This is the one that if I don't want to do, full meditating or tap into my spirit guide that way, this is the deck I pull out and have that conversation one-on-one with my spirit guide. This is the deck I use. I used actually this month to tap into some Archangel Michael energy, and it was a phenomenal experience. As soon as I got this deck, it took me to a whole other place immediately. I know others have said that also, that these beings on this deck, the images are like they are from another world. And that's exactly how I feel about it. So if I am really wanting to tap in, wanting a direct message from a spirit guide, from an angel, from whatever, this is the deck I go to. This is one I will pull first. Even with my other angel decks that I have, I tend to pull this one first now. So it's a favorite, absolute favorite of mine for spiritual work. And that's the Dream Visions Tarot. The next category in my tarot village is the Elder or Sage. This deck is the one that gives you advice whether you're ready for it or not. And that is my Sasuarabito Tarot. This deck is, you better be ready, because this is what I have to tell you. Pulls no punches whatsoever. Right to the point. Tell you like it is. It's always been like that for me right out of the box. I'm not going to mess around, let you feel confused or anything. You'll understand these readings completely, and I'm going to just get right to the heart of the matter. Yeah, that's personifying it, I guess, a little bit, but that's how I feel about it. You know, when I really need that, I guess, kick in the butt kind of energy, I will get this one out. And it just, yeah, tells you like it is. I'm currently using this one for my Morrigan Goddess work and pairing it with the Urban Crow Oracle, which is another one I could be showing right now, because those two paired together, yeah, they will kick your butt, and they will tell you exactly like, you know, your friend that says, I'm done listening to you whine about this. Now this is what you're going to do, and this is how it really is. That's what this deck is. So, and that's the Sasuarabito. The next category in my tarot village is the Teacher. And Dawn Michelle said that that would be like your current study deck. And right now, for me, that is the Relative Tarot that I have not had a chance to spend too much time with. I've worked with this deck in my own way for like my own type of ancestor readings, but I really want to dive into the guidebook that came with this and read through it and work out this blueprint or whatever that Carrie Paris has in regards to this guidebook. So yeah, if you've never seen this tarot before, it does not have your standard guidebook with meanings. There are no meanings in this guidebook at all for the cards. It's just her, oh, what's that called before I go? Your tarot blueprint kind of thing is what this is about. And I really want to take time to study that. I love the images on these cards, and then how they drew in the cups or the pentacles or whatever. I think that's great. So yeah, this is my current study deck to figure out, I guess, what my tarot blueprint is. The next category Dawn Michelle has is the Outlander. The deck that doesn't really fit, but you love it. And that's the Pulp Tarot for me. It's kind of similar, I guess, because it has that like 1950-ish feel. So it kind of fits in with the Housewives Tarot a little bit. But man, I love this deck. I love it. I got it off of Etsy. I love the pulp art in it. And yeah, it doesn't really fit with any of my other decks, aesthetics, or anything like that. But it's fantastic. And it really is a great reader. I don't have any problems reading this deck intuitively, or, you know, being confused about what the Two of Pentacles means in the image on the deck or anything like that. I think they did a great job. It's by Todd Alcott. Did a great job of coming up with the images for the meanings of the cards. And I'm assuming that he's still selling this on Etsy. This is the first edition that I got. So I don't know if he has another edition or what, to be honest. But yeah, that's where you can find it, is on Etsy. But yeah, it's, you know, kind of sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the rest of my decks. But I love it so much. And finally, the stranger in the village. The one that just moved in, that you don't really know anything about. And that is my Heaven. Hopefully that's in frame. That is my Heaven and Earth Tarot. Yeah, I unboxed it. I flipped. I'm going to have a tower moment here with all the cards. Okay. I unboxed it and looked through it quickly, and that's all I've gotten to do with it. So this is brand new. I know nothing about it. It had been on my wish list for quite some time, or as soon as it came out. What is it? It's only been out a year or two. So I guess that's not quite some time. Anyway, it was on my wish list when it first came out, but I just got it. I just picked it up recently. I like the muted images. Not really sure about the writing at the bottom, but yeah, I'm going to see how this works for me and plays out. I love the images on here. I really do, but I have not done one single reading with it yet. So when you talk about being a stranger, this is definitely a stranger. So those were the members of my Tarot Village for 2022. Thank you, Dawn Michelle, for coming up with this really great tag. It was one that I had to sit and ponder on for a while to figure out really what did fit into those categories for me this year. So thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I really appreciate you. So until next time, bye.